Traveling from Manhattan to JFK International Airport can be fairly challenging. Your travel time pushes over 1.5 hours easily, and your travel cost, can be equal to a small fortune. What if I tell you I have a solution for you that can take you there in mere few minutes and for as little as $50? Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. I'm Vaz. You know what time it is? Time to start talking eVTOLs. Traveling across New York. Very challenging. New York City, Manhattan in particular. What if I tell you you don't have to travel in 2 dimensions anymore? What if I can take you to places in the fraction of time for the fraction of the cost? Ladies and gentlemen, the flying taxis are coming to New York. Why is this happening right now? And is this actually happening? The answer is yes, it is very happening. Is it the right thing to say? Probably not grammatically correct, but I don't care. It is happening. The government has pushed out a program that will select certain regions across the United States that will adapt and develop this technology, an initial network of flying taxis, one of which is obviously New York. But let's quickly just expand on this. The US Transportation Secretary Sean P. Duffy and the Federal Aviation Administration today, that was news from Monday, announced 8 proposals were selected as part of the brand new Advanced Air Mobility and Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing Integration Pilot Program. So you must have already heard of it, because otherwise you wouldn't have been here. Let's just quickly put this into perspective, and I will explain how are we going to travel across New York, and I will tell you the projected cost as well. So don't go anywhere, bear with me for a minute, and we get to the numbers very shortly. This is the first of its kind program, which was outlined in President Trump's Unleashing Drone Dominance executive order back in last year, and it's accelerating the safe integration of the next generation advanced air mobility aircraft into the national airspace and ensuring the United States leads the way in aviation innovation. 8 regions selected, 20 across 26 states. What is this project covering? Well, we are covering urban air taxi services, which we'll expand on today, regional passenger transport, including short takeoff and landing aircraft, cargo and logistics networks, emergency medical response operations, autonomous flight technologies, and offshore and energy sector transport. Here is a quick preview of the regions involved. So we obviously have New York and New Jersey. We have Texas. Texas network will be significant and very important as well. We have Utah and the Department of Transport involved with their project. Pennsylvania Department of Transport. Louisiana. We also have Florida, and that could be another center point, especially on the East Coast. And we have North Carolina Department of Transport project, and we have City of Albuquerque. This is the future. These are the Jetsons happening as early as this year, believe it or not. This is happening very, very soon. Here is the map of the selected and affected regions. So if you want to focus on the dark red, these are the leading states and leading regions. And as you can see, we have New York here and New Jersey. The pink ones have secondary involvement, but the leading role, obviously, is the most important. Flying taxis. Who is involved in New York? Well, think of this beautiful sports design aircraft. 4-seater, 4 passengers, 1 pilot. Fully electric. That means quiet. No emission. And also got multiple rotors. So it's got higher safety standard as well. This is Archer Aviation's midnight aircraft. We also have Joby Aviation with a slightly different design, but also 4-seater plus 1 pilot. Same principle. Taking off vertically, transitioning into the horizontal flight, and landing vertically on the dime. And this is important, and I will get to that very shortly. Who else is involved? We have Beta Technologies with their fixed-wing aircraft, which is conventional takeoff and landing. That will be probably for the further distance. And we also have Electra and their EL9 aircraft. Again, this is a conventional takeoff aircraft. It's not the flying taxi itself, but it's green, it's modern, and it's probably safer as well. This is the proposed network. This is where you could travel across New York. The center point, obviously, is downtown Manhattan, downtown Skyport. You have various nodes. The key one, JFK. You have Newark as well. You have more. You have Republic Airport. You have Westchester County. That is the wider region. We zoom in. You have slightly different perspective. You have potentially some tourist circuits as well, and you have much dense infrastructure within the very center. Now, let's talk numbers, finally. So from Manhattan to JFK, it's about 15 miles travel. Let's compare the prices. And I think this is where it becomes interesting to you as a consumer as well. We have various ways. We have subway or the public transport. We have yellow, traditional or legacy yellow taxi cab. We have Uber and Lyft. We have Uber Black, which is the premium version. I also included helicopter for comparison, private helicopter as well, because there are ways how you can hire a helicopter for a ride yourself, currently in New York, and eVTOL for comparison. So subway, your public transport, we are talking 60 to 90 minutes. Convenience, probably not much, not much comfort. The cost is very low. Cost per mile, about 70 cents, give or take 70 cents. We are less than $1 per mile. That is very cheap. But who likes public transport and who likes New York Underground? Sorry, subway. Yellow taxi cab, the travel time, again, pushing towards 1.5 hours. And the cost varies around $100. Uber, again, about $100, give or take, together with Lyft. Same alternative to the yellow taxi cab. Uber Black, which is slightly higher standard service by Uber. The cost is getting higher and higher, and the travel time is not coming down. Helicopter. You can fly helicopter yourself as a passenger in New York. I'll get to that very shortly, but just go through the numbers. You can pay for a seat for as little as probably $200. I mean, as little. Who's got $200 in their pocket just to pay for a helicopter trip? And if we are looking at a private hire helicopter, we are pushing it to $3,000 and more. That was just to put this into perspective. Whilst these flying taxis, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, eVTOLs, the market consensus is that the operational cost is between $2 and $3 per passenger mile. So your trip, following this logic and these numbers, and that's not only one manufacturer, there's multiple manufacturers and businesses involved and structures involved within the industry, they claim this cost per passenger mile. So to put this into perspective, you can travel for as little as, or maybe less than $50 from Manhattan to JFK in a fraction of time as well. Since we are moving in 3 dimensions, your travel time is drastically reduced. It's estimated between 10 and 15 minutes. So 90 minutes, 100 pushing to $200, and 10 minutes and less than $50, very likely. Can you finally see the advantage? Can you see what is happening? Manhattan, downtown, we already have established infrastructure of few vertiports. So it's not only to travel from Manhattan to JFK, you would be able to travel within the whole network. And we already have established few nodes. The key node, the most important, the center point, will be downtown Manhattan, operated by skyports, already in use and operated by helicopters. It's got historic significance as well, dating back to 1920s. And as already mentioned, it's being utilized by helicopters and private hire helicopters. What you can see on the livery, there's Blade Air Mobility. Do you remember I told you can hire a helicopter, a seat in a helicopter for about $200? This is Blade Mobility. They do helicopter share and you can hire your travel, and it costs you, give or take, $200 to move around New York or Manhattan. Blade Air Mobility is already in place and they already have been utilizing this infrastructure. So this is the skyport, as they call it, or vertiport, heliport, you name it. That will be called vertiport. It's for vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. The network, the infrastructure is in there, currently used by helicopters. You just need to slightly adapt it. And Joby Aviation have already used it in their demonstration flight. They have already landed in New York in this to be vertiport. That's not it. We've got more. We've got more heliports that will be adapted to vertiports. So we are here with our skyport here. There's another one. TSS heliport, 34th Avenue. This is a proposal what this could look like once you adapt it to accommodate the eVTOL aircraft. And you have all three key players. You have Archer Aviation, you have Beta Technologies, and you have Joby Aviation in here. Just a little visual concept by somebody who could possibly predict the future. And also, this is giving us 4 or 5 landing pads where you can utilize this aircraft. So you can just slightly adjust and modify your current infrastructure. You don't have to build anything new. Let's move on to the other one. West 30th Street Heliport, the opposite side of Manhattan. Can you see it? Can you see it already? We have a nice network in here, moving around Manhattan in a few minutes for very little cost. So West 30th, the other one was East 34th. Here you can see the infrastructure is already set up as well in place. Speaking of vertiports, you are not limited only on land. You are not limited to the existing infrastructure. Look at this. Office building, business complex, you can land on the roof. And this will be the case. There will be vertiports built on the rooftops. Currently, we have some heliports. I picked probably one of the most iconic ones for illustration. But these heliports will be adapted to accommodate these flying taxis. And just because you stayed with me, for you as an investor, or is this profitable? What is if we zoom out, your questions, obviously, I can hear so many questions and I probably didn't answer all of them. So if you have any more questions, fire them away in the chat. I will be with you in a minute. Is this profitable? Well, just to give you a bit of example, phase 1, these are just raw numbers. ChatGPT spat out at me, and I quite liked it. I took it as a slide for my show. So if we consider estimated fleet of 20 aircraft, which is sort of realistic towards the end of the year, operated by various operators, 4 passengers per aircraft, 56 flights per day across these 20 aircraft, 224 passengers per aircraft per day. The network capacity, you multiply this by 20 aircraft, you are getting 4,500 passengers a day. How about that? Putting this into perspective. And annually, you can move over 1.5 million passengers only on these 20 aircraft on the initial phase 1 network. And once we start scaling up, you can do the maths. So 1.5 million passengers per year, consider $50 per ticket, per seat. You can do the maths. Archer Aviation, already mentioned, key player. Joby Aviation as well. Both striking the futuristic aircraft. We are not building futuristic aircraft. We are building the future of transport. We are developing new concept and new technology. It's supposed to be more efficient, greener, cheaper, and safer as well. And look at the standard that some of the flying taxis can offer. This is the future coming at us, and this is coming with passenger experience. So you could see the interior of the cabin. Here you can see a proposal of a modern passenger hub as well. Modern experience, fairly high standard, I dare say. So it's not only about flying taxis, it's about the whole experience, the whole network. A little bit more to it. Archer Aviation, they recently announced their cooperation partnership with Starlink. So part of this, currently, Archer are the only one player on the market who can deliver this experience to you. But you can have Starlink on board with Archer Aviation. And this is the aircraft in production. And Joby, on the other hand, are joining their booking system with Uber. So you can book your whole trip with various legs. So you can have your Uber or Uber Black taking you to the vertiport. Then you can move from vertiport to vertiport via air, save time, save money, have great experience, and then you can move your last mile with Uber again. Again, we zoom out. This is not futuristic aircraft. This is the future of transport. This is the solution to the problem. And it also, this tweet of the day, Texas Department of Transport. This was one of the most shared tweets after the announcement the next day. A new pilot project for the future of aircraft is coming to Texas, helping lead the way in aviation innovation. I read more about how US Department of Transport and the FAA selected Texas for this electric vertical takeoff and landing integration pilot program. So it's not only New York, more to it. And Texas will be a significant network. Let's get back in the studio. I'll answer your chat. Before we do that, I would like to ask you to hit the like button. And if you are new to this, definitely subscribe. Because we are bringing you updates from the eVTOL market daily. I'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. eVTOL market as we see it today. I do apologize for the fly. It somehow snuck into the studio and I couldn't catch him. He's been utterly annoying. Archer Aviation currently going sideways. We don't see much action, much movement. Same with Joby, sitting around $10. Vertical Aerospace, just below $4. And Prius Technologies just won't stop surprising. And this is our sweetheart stock. And we have Beta Technologies, who sort of didn't come back from the announcement. of the taxi network, flying taxi network, and it's been finding lower and lower levels. Surf Air Mobility, their earnings tomorrow. I'll be covering this live after hours. You can see slightly pushing up. The move is not massive, but we can see some action. Currently, the eVTOL market is pickled. I don't think we will see any massive movement because current environment is very high risk, high reward play. Investors are not ready for this yet. Let's get back in the studio. We'll quickly address your questions in the chat, and I will send you off to Martyn in the closing bell show. Thank you for joining me again. I'm back in the main studio. Let's get quickly in the chat room. We are running a poll. I will close it. I'll close it right now because I always forget. We have a lot of votes. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's go quickly through your comments. Zach is very excited. Fly, baby, fly. I love it. Samuel Redner is here. Thank you for joining. Love to see you back again. Rhino Skin. Hi, everyone. William PMC is here as well. Moto A-Team. I'm digging the dramatic delivery. Tell them, Vaz. Love it. Martyn is here as well. Martyn has been watching. He's excited over his Texas network. William says, if it can't park in front of my house, is different from a taxi. Well, let's have this conversation another day. We are pressed with time, so I need to send you off to Martyn. But we will talk about this definitely, William. Wisdom. I will soon build an engine, yes, an anti-gravity machine. No more reliance on propeller blades. I love it. Love it. That's great. We've got Alan. Grab 1,000 shares of REI. They produce around 15,000 barrels a day. So you're investing in oil. Congratulations. Angel. Oil is trading 10% lower on paper than physical oil. I know, you told me, I remember from previous show. Thank you for your input. William, what upgrades are required at air traffic control to make this functional? Let's talk about this on Saturday. If you join me on Saturday, it's 8:30 Eastern. If you join me on Saturday, we will talk about it. We are pressed with time, William, but I'll definitely address this because it's an interesting topic. Would you take a flying taxi to JFK if it cost under $50 and took 10 minutes? Yes, absolutely. 67%. You smashed it. Maybe, depends on reliability. 13%. Only if cheaper than Uber. 14%. Well, you could see the numbers. And no, I prefer ground transport. Okay, so it looks like we have future happening right now. I forgot to say that these networks and first flights should be operated as early as in 3 months' time. And I will leave you with this information. Now, off to Martyn. If you stay where you are, the stream should take you there automatically. If not, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Remember, the only way is up. Take care of yourselves and each other.